Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about throw breaks. Throw breaks are one of those things that are pretty difficult to practice when you first start playing Tekken, and a lot of times new players just get thrown like a lot, and you end up just like mashing, which is like the worst way to break throws. And so let's talk about the way that I personally practice my throw breaks, and also like some of the mechanics of breaking throws. One thing you do want to know is, like, instead of learning everyone's throw inputs, you can go to the move lists under record. Like, let me just unset all of these. We can go to the move list under record, and we can, at the very bottom, we start up here at the top normally, we go to the bottom, we can see here's the throws. He's got throws and parries. He's also, Dragunov has tackle, which is its own thing. We'll talk about tackle too. But we'll start with, one of the things that's unique about Dragunov is he has unique command throws for every throw break. So a lot of times, like what players will tell you to do is like, well, just go in here and react to the hands. Look at the hands, right? Okay, that was a 2 break. I was late. I didn't actually press anything. That's a 2. That's a 1. Let's see. That's a 1. Oh, I pressed 1 plus 2. What else we got here? That's a 1 break. That's a 2 break. That's a 1 plus 2. That's a 1. Alright. Oh, that was a 1 plus 2. I was just late. Okay. So, what if you can't see the hands? It's probably going to look more like this. Like, ah! No, this game's cheap. Ah! You're just going to mash. So one thing you don't want to do is mash multiple inputs. Or, like, if you think it's a 1 plus 2 break, don't try to, like, press 1 plus 2 at the same time. You see, like, if I accidentally blink this on the input command, I get, like, 1 plus 2, 2. It's going to count that as a 1 break, even though I'm trying to press 1 plus 2. So I have a 1 plus 2 button bound specifically for throw breaks. I just use it for pretty much all my 1 plus 2 inputs, but it's there mostly for throw breaks. Like, I don't need it to, like, input Zafina 1 plus 2, but I use it for that just because I know that's my 1 plus 2 button. Hey, chill, Dragunov. Let's back it up a second. Let's say you come in here and you can't see the hands. You're like, Key, I can't see the hands, dude. Like, you tell me to just look at the hands. I don't see the hands at all. What's going on? Alright. Let's just do a little simple selection here. And let's grab a character like, probably Claudio's a good option here. The nice thing, I guess, I don't know if it's a nice thing, but the thing that they changed in Tekken 7 is that regular old generic throws, your 1 plus 3s and 2 plus 4 inputs, these have a longer throw break window now, which I think was a good change. So you don't have to react as quickly to these. I think that's good. The other thing that they did is they made it so that these throws can be broken with 1 or 2. Meaning left punch or right punch. Not at both at the same time. You can't 1 plus 2 break those, but 1 or 2 will break them. This can make it a little confusing because, like, most of the characters, like any character added since Tekken 6 basically, only have a 1 plus 2 command throw. Zafina only has that, Claudio only has that. But then a lot of the older characters, like Jin, Devil Jin, Dragunov, Jack, they all have complete throw game, where they have all 3 different throw breaks that you have to react to. And then you get into characters like King, who has like weird, non-standard throw animations that are hard to see. Armor King has that. You got characters with 10 frame throws, like Julia. Then you put Marduk's tackle in the mix. You know you're not going to break that. Not even going to try. It can get a little complicated. Like, it's like, wait, throws aren't a problem until I fight one of these characters who has throws, and then all of a sudden, like, it's a problem. So here's the good news for new players. You can start out with just worrying about these characters that only have 1+2 breaks. Let's start with that, because that's the easiest thing. I think it was better to start easy and then go hard. So let's set Claudio up here. Pop down on his move list. His command throw is... What the heck is your command throw, Claudio? Oh, it's 4-4-3+4. That's a really weird input. And then he's got... Well, first of all, in like early ranks, people aren't going to do generic throws, because like, let me show you, like this throw right here, this does 35 damage. My command throw does 40 damage, and I get Oki. So, command throws are generally the more powerful options. The 1+2 throws are usually the more powerful options. So, online, people are usually going to throw the command throws. Also, a lot of times, even at higher ranks, people know that these generics have higher throw break windows. So if I do try to sneak a throw in, I usually go for the command throw. So what this means is we can just mash 1+2 as our throw break button. And if they're only doing 1+2 breaks, we're good. I don't have to worry, I don't have to look at the hands, I'm just mashing 1+2. So this is like ultimate beginner, I can't see the hands throw breaking. Just use your 1+2 bind, and if you get thrown by a generic, it's not the end of the world. Now obviously this isn't going to help you against Dragunov, it's not going to help you against King, it's not going to help you against Jin. Any of those characters, this will not help you against. But it will help you against a lot of the online players that you run into who are just using characters that only have 1+2 breaks, and they only use the 1+2. So that really doesn't even require practice too much. You just bind the 1+2. If you see a throw, you mash 1+2. And notice, I'm like pressing my brakes more than once. That's the other thing I want to talk about. I usually hit them twice. You never know. You don't want Tekken to eat your input. Sometimes I'll mash it 3 times. Sometimes I'll mash it like 8 times. Usually I just do twice. Because I don't want to like break the throw and then like get a 1+2 and whip it. And then see that can happen. So you just want to make sure you don't accidentally whiff a button after breaking your throw. Let's add some generic throws into this mix here. The Roche Limits and the Punishment. Very bizarre names for Claudio. Alright, so now what we know is we can break... Let me turn off the 1+2 actually. Let's do this. So now I know I can break either of these with either 1 or 2. I don't have to actually look at the hands. It's 1 or 2, doesn't matter, right? And you can see generic throws generally have non-standard throw break animations for whatever reason. They have like their own little throw animations. We don't see generic throws too often, so one of the reasons that I think like the change to generic throws was kind of bad, because like they're supposed to be like the throws that are unique to those characters, even though they're called generics. But now they're just not used that much. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. So what we want to do here is, I like to like, when I first started out, and sometimes I'll do this now when I'm not used to a character's stance, I'm going to look at what they look like. So that's a 1+2. That's what the 1+2 looks like. That's his 2 generic. That's his 1+2. That's his 1+2. That's his 1+2. And what I want to basically do is identify, is it a 1+2 or not? If it's a 1+2, I'm mashing 1+2. If it's not, I don't have to worry, I can mash 1 or 2. So, that's not a 1+2, that's a 1+2. That's a 1+2. Oh, I got tricked by the 1 throw, that's okay. Claudio's stance is a little weird, I can't see his right hand that well. So that means like sometimes his 1 throw is going to make me press 1+2 if I'm not careful. There, I thought the 1+2 was a 1. Actually, it's easier on P2 side, I think. I can see both his hands now, so I don't have to worry as much. And just identify if it's a 1+2 or not. That's the name of the game here. And you want to get this pretty good before you start trying to break other types of throws. You can see I'm not actually used to seeing Claudio's weird player 1 stance. But we want to break pretty consistently. Oh, I was late. Again, see that 1 kind of looks like a 1+2, so you want to be able to identify what the weird little visual cues you have to be mindful for are. And you want to do this with different characters. Like, you want to make sure you're practicing to see, because like I didn't know Claudio's neutral stance hid his right arm. Because I don't think I've ever even practiced against Claudio's throw breaks. Because like, that's a thing I should do. So just come in here. Is it a 1 break, or is it a 1+2 or not? And I like to kind of sit on this 1+2 button, and then try not to mash. See, I mashed 1+2 back there, and I got thrown. You want to sit on this 1+2 and really looking. Is it 1+2? No. Okay, then press another break. Is it a 1+2? No. And if you're late, you're late. That's fine. I don't care about being late because we're building muscle memory, and then we can focus up and do, you know, start getting on runs. You'll start to do this. Oh, again, the 1 and the 1+2. So that's what we want to be able to do. Sit on this 1+2 button and identify whether or not it is a 1+2, whether or not it's a 1+2, and if it's not a 1+2, just mash either break. Doesn't matter. We're not even worried about those yet. Oh, I saw that one. I pressed 2. And that's why we want to build good muscle memory. So that if we do see a 1+2, we're hitting the correct break. If we're hitting the correct break late, all we gotta do is speed that up. That's still building muscle memory. If we're hitting the wrong break, can't do anything for that. If you're hitting the wrong break, then no amount of practice is gonna save you, right? I can't do anything if I'm hitting the wrong break here. But if I'm hitting the right breaks, and I just gotta speed them up. Oh man, that 1+2 throw with Claudio. Gotta be aware of that. It's also harder to do while talking. So my breaks are kind of cheeks right here. Ah man, I gotta practice against Claudio's 1+2 throw apparently. Right. 1. That's a 1. That was a 2, but it didn't matter. 1+2. Generic. That's a generic. And I'm okay being late. See, I don't care if I'm late. The main thing I'm looking for is I want to break the 1+2. Got it. Alright. And remember, we have more time on the generics. So that means I can sit here and look. Is it a 1+2? Yes. Like, is it a 1+2? No. Okay, I was a little late. Is it a 1+2? No. A little late. That's fine. Is it a 1+2? No. And we're just going to keep trying to speed up our reactions. Is it 1+2? Yes. Or no. No. 1+2? Yes. Is it a 1+2? Yes. Is it a 1+2? Yes. 1+2? No. 1+2? No. And you're going to find, like, you know, as you go, your reaction time to is it a 1+2 or not is going to get faster and faster. And you're going to be able to break all these very consistently. As long as you can train yourself to see 1+2 throws. That's the main thing. I'm hitting like crazy buttons now. And you'll notice like my throw breaks as I talk get worse. One of the hardest things about throw break practice for me is just not getting distracted. Like, I don't try to have a video on during this. I don't try to have a stream on. I just sit here and do it. Because if my mind starts to wander, I don't like practicing throw breaks. I'm going to be honest. I will just start like spacing out and like just like autopilot and like I don't know if that just push whatever button. The other thing you don't want to do is like guess. Like we don't want to like get in front of him and be like, oh, he's gonna do a 1+2 because he hasn't done one in a while. Okay, I was right there, but like he's still gonna do a 1+2. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do the 1+2. No, he's a robot. He's a robot. He doesn't care. He randomizes all this stuff. So it's important to force yourself to actually react to this stuff. Then, once we've done this, once you're at this point, you can go back to, you know, your Dragunov, your Jack, your Jin, and practice the way we were practicing at the beginning of the video, where we look specifically at the hands. Like, that's a 1. You know, that's a 2. That's when we start to actually see the hands. And I use the same strategy of, like, is it a 1 plus 2 or not? Is it a 1 plus 2 or not? Like, oh, that's the 2. Okay, I was late on the 2. That's fine. That's the 1. Or that's the 2. That's the 1. That's the 1 plus 2. That's the 1. That's the 1 plus 2. It's going to be a lot easier to start with a 1 plus 2 throw character, though. And then move on to Dragunov, like we did at the beginning of the video. Now, there's some other things in here. You've got characters like... Where is he? This guy, right? King is like one of the massive noob killing characters, and it's mostly, well, it's because of all of this. His chain throws, you don't know the breaks on him. That's like a whole separate video, honestly. But he's got throws that are really, really difficult to deal with. And you cannot react to all of King's throws. Infamously, Giant Swing looks like a 1 plus 2 break. So if we do Giant Swing and he's got so many throws. I can't find them. These are all chain command throws. Man, I can't actually find Shining Wizard on here. There it is. It's called Tomahawk. So these throws actually have the exact same. Like, if you watch this, there's no difference. It's the exact same animation, which means you are literally in a 50-50 if he applies this to you. And I generally am breaking 1 against King. If I see, if the thing about Giant Swing, it looks like a 1 plus 2 break. This isn't exactly the same as his 1 plus 2 animation. I'll grab his actual 1 plus 2. What, like, Muscle Buster, I think, is the one that a lot of players use. So let's take a look here. You can see there's a slight difference, I think. What is this one? Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So there's Giant Swing and Muscle Buster. Yeah, so there's your Giant Swing. I honestly can't see the difference. There is a difference, supposedly, in these throw. I mean, he slides forward a little bit because of the motion of the Giant Swing, but I guess he kind of crosses his hands a little more. That left hand comes a little bit further over. But to me, it just looks like a 1 plus 2. I cannot see. I don't know that any players can see the difference, even though there is a very subtle difference in the animation. So in this case, I'm breaking 1. I'm breaking 1 if I see both hands go, and if I get Muscle Bustered, you know, he's gonna have to Muscle Buster me a few times before I start being like, all right, I'll break 1 plus 2, and then I get Giant Swing. The nice thing about Giant Swing, it does 65 damage, but as long as we're not with our to the wall, I might get wall splatted for this. But if he doesn't throw us at a wall, we can tech it. The way that we want to tech it is don't press anything until you're about to hit the ground. And oh, I got wall splatted. Grab me, King. Don't press it until you're about to hit the ground, and then I mash the 1 punch. See how I rolled there? And that takes off 20 damage off of this thing. Oh, I'm gonna get wall splatted again. If you get giant swung here, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna eat the wall for 70 damage. But if you get giant swung out here, try to tech it. It's not super hard. I just mash 1 as soon as I land on the ground. That's how I tech the giant swing. Another thing about King, this isn't really like a King matchup video, but King players like to use this Shining Wizard a lot. Let me just record. And the thing about the Shining Wizard is it's really the only throw that is coming out of this while running input. So if King is like running up at you from like across the screen to like kill you, because you only need 1 more hit to die, he's probably doing the Shining Wizard. Now, really good Kings can input this instantly. And, you know, when you do instant while running, it's a lot easier to see. Mine was not instant. But, generally, if he's running at you, just break 1+2. My Shining Wizard input's so bad that it isn't registering as a Shining Wizard all the time. Yeah, if he runs at you, just break 1+2. Alright. I said we were going to talk about one more thing, and that was tackle. So, may as well just go get the man himself. The Tackle Master. So, the thing about tackle is generic tackles are a 1+2 break. Marduk's tackle is not any different. It's a 1+2 break. If you just frame the 1+2, you'll get a reversal. I don't think you can reverse Marduk's tackle, though. Which is one of the many annoying things about Marduk's tackle. Where is this thing? It comes out of Viatudo stance. I'll just record it. That's not how you go into Viatudo. I don't want you to sidestep. I think you just hit 3+4 to... Yeah, you hit 3+4 to go into stance. You can see I don't play this character. So you go into tackle. That's step 1. So let's work on... how the heck do we break this? We need to mash 1+2 and kind of pray. That's my approach to this. It has a tight break window, and it changes based on his distance to you. So, I am going to be pressing 1+... I know I said I'd only do like a couple times. No, I'm pressing 1+2 a lot. And I don't want to press it until he's right up on me. That's when I'm going to mash. Oh god. Now, if he's really far away, that tackle's going to catch a sidewalk. But he can't block while he's doing this. So if he's doing this, we can... I was a little bit late there. Yeah, we can, like, get a little preemptive and just hop kick that tackle. Make the Marduk player actually play some neutral here, instead of just applying tackle as his entire neutral game. But if he does get you in a situation where you have to break the tackle, like an Oki situation, or if he just has a good setup, mash that 1+2 button. And you might not get it, it's fine. Tackle's just cheap. Especially online. It's really difficult throw to break online consistently. They made all the other throws easier to break in this game, and tackle's harder. So, design. Alright, my hatred of Marduk aside, there's another thing that can happen here. This isn't a done deal if you get tackled. He's got a mix-up now. So, somehow Zafina broke that 1+2. That's very strange. I don't know how she did that. But, so he can do a 1+2 option. He can do a 1 option. He can do a 2 option. You can see here, this 1+2 is actually reactable. If I sit and wait, boom, I can react to that 1+2. So, this is getting a little deep dive on Marduk, but when it comes to throw breaks, he is a problem for beginners. So we're going to deep dive a little bit here. You can also do the 2, or the 1. So when it comes to the hands here, it's a little bit non-standard. You got the 3 options. Tackle me, Marduk. So if he raises his right hand, or his left hand, I gotta remember, like, he's facing me. So, like, see, I mashed 1, it didn't do anything. That's because it's whatever my hand is that's on the same side as his hand. So if he's punching with his left hand, I have to break with 2. So I can push him off with my right hand. That's how I kind of think of it. So, can I react to this? Yeah, it's decently reactable. It's a little bit not as easy as the 1+2. Yeah, it's these are gonna hit you sometimes, but it is reactable. He also has, and then for the 2-1, you would use your 1 break. He's also got 3+4 for stance. You can do these throw options. Like he like does this for even more damage. The thing about that is it should be even slower if he does this. Oh, actually, not really. About the same, honestly, if he goes for that. It might be a little slower. This is the one that I think most online Marduk players will go for, is the 1+2 or the throw follow-ups. Now, if you get pretty decent at reacting to tackle, Marduk unfortunately has another option here, which is to fake you out. I can fake the 2 and then do the 1. So that can punish people who try to react to his... Now, the nice thing about this is that it does less damage. You're only getting 47 damage instead of the full 52. But, I mean, at this point, you're pretty much going to have to guess between the 1 and the 2 as to, like, whether or not he's doing the fake out or if he's going to do the actual 2. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the 1. Let's try that again. Yeah, I guess that doing the throw puts us away for him to tack on a little extra damage. But yeah. Man, I read that one and I still didn't break it. Yeah, see, the fake out, pretty convincing. So it does come down to, like, a guess if he's going to apply this correctly. Now, if the Marduk is just going to do the 1+2 follow-up every single time, then, you know, you can just break 1+2 after you get tackled and force him to pick other options. The other thing that a lot of people don't know about this throw in particular is, let's say he just does it and you don't break it. You know, let's say I'm like, all right, 1+2. Oh no, he's -5 here, which means he's technically in a mix-up. If he tries to press anything, I can do wake-up kicks and counter hit him. So I am almost always wake-up kicking here until Marduk chills out. Because Marduk players will, like, get crazy, go for another tackle, go for a counter hit launcher, Hell Sweep. They're just so greedy. Dude, you're -5. Like, I'm gonna wake up kick you. And this is only -12. So, like, I'm not super worried about it. If I've hit him with a couple mid wake up kicks, I'll add the low wake up kick in. Unfortunately, you can't spring kick here. Because you see how I'm, like, sideways? I'm not gonna be able to spring kick. I'll just give it a low mid kick. So, you know, in the worst case scenario, understand that tackle is minus. So that's pretty much everything. There are other throws, other non-standard throws in this game that require you to look at the throw animation start. I guess we can talk about that too, really quickly. I think Law is like the biggest offender of this at early ranks. Law has this one throw. I always forget which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, see this throw right here? He doesn't actually reach with his hands. He reaches with his knee. This is a one break. And like, he can be running up me, and I can still break it. So, with these, you just have to, like, learn which characters have these, and then you just understand that you don't look at the hand, you just look up at the startup of the throw, and you break it. Most of them are one breaks, for whatever reason. Law has this. Heihachi has a weird one where he like picks you up and throws you like across the stage. Kunimitsu has a similar throw where she reaches with her knee and starts like running up you. The best one of these is probably Mad Axe's from Julia, which is also the hardest one to break. But yeah, most of these are pretty easy to break. If you just know what the animation is, it's a one break. No deal there. And that actually like hurts Law's throw game because he doesn't have a normal one throw, I don't think. So it can be frustrating when you first start out, but ultimately not anything to really be stressed about. Just know, break Law's weird throw with one. And there's a handful of characters that have weird throws that don't follow the look at the hands rule. And that's going to pretty much be it for throw breaks. This is already going to be we're over half an hour long. That's a lot of info about throw breaks. If you guys have any questions about... Well, I guess the one other thing I would say is practice your throws often. It's not a thing that you just learn and you're like, I can break throws now, I'm done. I don't have to practice throw breaks anymore. There definitely comes a point where you won't have to practice them anymore, but that's gonna be a long ways away for most people. Some people are just good at throw breaks, honestly. Like, some players who've been playing Tekken for a long time just learned how to break throws from getting thrown a lot, and they never had to practice throw breaks. And even not all those people are even like competitive players. Some of them are just like casual, but they just have really good throw breaks because they've played Tekken and their brother played King or something, you know. So I still practice my throw breaks, right? I've been playing this game for 3 years. My throw breaks are okay. I can sit here in training mode and I can break them if I focus, but I still can. I'm gonna break throws in matches. I'm gonna eat throws in matches. Just because you get thrown doesn't mean like you suck, or like you shouldn't expect that you can like break every throw. In fact, one of our local players, L Train, he always says you can't break them all in regards to throws, and it's true. Unless you know you're the best player in the world, then maybe you can break them all. But for the rest of us, it's just practice and application. So I'll catch you guys next time, and if you like this video, please go ahead and leave a comment. You know, you click the like button. If you can subscribe to the YouTube, there's going to be more content on the way. We're going to do a video on getting up off the ground. I'm going to do some other mechanic-specific videos. I might do like some combo mechanic videos too, because I know that's another thing that a lot of people in the beginner sessions are struggling with. If you have any like suggestions, you can either like drop a comment here or in the Discord on the Beginner Resources channel for like videos that you would like, or like questions you would like answered. I think I'll probably do like a Q&A at some point down the road too, and just answer everybody's questions. So everyone, I'll catch you next time, and good luck with your throw breaks.